The Supreme Court by Lisa Scorza. Introduction. Sometimes people think laws are unfair. Let's say you think that you should be able to go to any school you want, but the law says you can't. What do? You go to court. In court, the two sides argue about how a law should work. The court decides which side is right. When people disagree about a law, they may take their argument to court. The Supreme Court meets in this building in Washington, D.C. When other courts can't answer questions about a law, the Supreme Court may get involved. The Supreme Court is the most important court in the land. What is the Supreme Court? The people who formed our government were convinced that the power to make decisions should not belong to just one person. So they separated power into three parts or branches. One branch is the judicial branch, which is made up of our nation's courts. The courts protect our rights. They keep them safe. Each branch of our government keeps the other branches from having too much power. The words above the front door of the Supreme Court building read, "Equal justice under law." The Supreme Court's job is to explain the law. The court does this by deciding who is right in a case. The Supreme Court does not decide who is guilty of crimes. It only makes sure that laws are fair, honest, and legal. These 9 justices are on the Supreme Court today. How does the Supreme Court work? The Supreme Court has 9 justices, or judges. The President of the United States picks them. The Senate then votes for or against them. The justices serve for life. The Supreme Court meets in this room. The Supreme Court meets in a special room. Lawyers from each side of a case make speeches. There is no trial. There is no jury. No witnesses take the stand. The justices are there only to hear about the law. Justices meet once a week in a conference room to decide cases. After the speeches, the justices talk about the case. They meet in a private room behind closed doors. All you can hear is the murmur of their voices. Then the justices vote. Months later, the court gives a decision about the case, based on whether they think the law is fair. The decision is final. Only the Supreme Court can change its own decisions. Earl Warren was Chief Justice during the case that ended separate schools for black and white children. The court only hears a few cases each year, but those cases can change the laws and our lives. One famous case changed our schools. The court had to decide if it was fair to have separate schools for black and white children. The justices pointed to the Constitution, which said that everyone had the same rights. So the 9 justices decided that separate schools were illegal because they were not equal or fair. Conclusion. The Supreme Court has a special job. The court makes sure that our laws are fair. It makes rules and laws that work for everyone. The Supreme Court works for us all. Responding. Target vocabulary. Word builder. The word stand has multiple meanings. Copy this word web and list different meanings in the circles. Write about it. Text to self. Write a short paragraph telling when you took a stand or position on something. Tell why you took a stand and what it meant to you. Target vocabulary. Convinced. Guilty. Honest. Jury. Murmur. Pointed. Stand. Trial. Target strategy. Infer, predict. Use clues to figure out more about the selection. Word teaser. Which word has a sound so nice they spelled it twice?